Hey, what's good YouTube? It's Yamisten here, back again with another video. This time, I'll be reviewing the Sora V2 in a new series I'd like to call After the Hype, okay? So, basically the premise of this series is reviewing mice that came out at least 6 months or more after their release period. So, this means like the Sora V2, which came out late Feb or early March, which got raving reviews from different mice reviewers. Like, this is a beloved mouse, to be honest, especially when it first came out. So, this series is basically checking out the mouse after 6 months or more of after its release period, if it's still good, if it's still viable in the market, or are there better alternatives. Okay. So let's start. So first, a little background about the Sora V2. Okay, so this came from Ninjutso, which is a small mouse company, relatively small. They made the katana and a bunch of Sora shapes. They recently came out with a collaboration with Vaxi, the Sora, the OG Sora that weighs 60 grams, and this mouse was their claim to fame. If I'm being honest, like this was the first mouse, at least, that came out into the market with a sub 40-gram weight that had a full plastic build. Like there are no holes on it to get to the sub 40-gram weight, which was a first, at least if, as far as I can recall, on the market. So yeah, and another reason why this mouse became so popular is because former Valorant Pro Tens used this mouse when he won Masters Madrid. Okay, so there's a lot of pedigree on this mouse. Okay, so yeah, so first let's start with the shape, because basically that's the main differentiating factor between something like the ATK F1 Extreme, the OP1 8K wired, or even the Skyrox VH, which I still don't have because it's out of stock. But yeah, so the shape of the Sora V2, as you can see, there's a bit of a back hump with a bit of flaring on the sides, which I like, which is good for claw grip. Like I can get a comfortable claw grip. I have 19.5 by 10 cm hands, and compared to something like the ATK F1 Extreme, which has a safer shape because it's a Viper Mini inspired shape and has its hump dead in the center. Claw gripping this mouse is a bit of struggle for me. Like I have to go aggro claw, as you can see. Like my fingers are very scrunched up as compared to something like the Sora V2, which I can. It's a more relaxed claw. I don't really relax claw, but it's just a normal claw as compared to the ATK F1 Extreme, which is good. So yeah, compared to something like the OP1 8K, this is a bit of a narrower mouse. I can still comfortably claw grip this because of the hump shape, but for me, in my personal opinion, like the Sora V2 is like the best of both worlds. Like it's not so narrow that it feels like a small mouse, but it's also not long enough that it feels like there's not much micro adjustment that can happen when moving my fingers. As you can see, like I can move the mouse fairly easily when switching from claw to fingertip grip when micro adjusting. So yeah. Next is the build quality. Okay, so the build quality of the mouse is pretty good. Like there's no side flexing, there's no creaking or anything like that. There's also no wobble on my clicks yet. I've had this for about a month now that I've been testing. So build quality on this mouse is pretty good. Stock skates are also good. Like initially, I used four corner dot skates from X-Ray Pad, the Jade dot skates. Uh, I felt like it was a bit too uncontrolled, like because I'm used to playing with full PTFE skates. So I switched with the stock skates from Ninjutsu, and they're pretty good. Like they're fast, they're smooth, they're not scratchy out of the box. They remind me of core pads a bit. So yeah, at least stock skates are good on the Sora V2, and it comes with two. Like you get one four corner skates and one full PTFE, as you can see here. Okay, so next is the clicks. So this uses Omron opticals, which feel great. Similar to the ATK F1 Extreme, they feel great. Good implementation. No pre-travel much, no post-travel. Side buttons also feel good. Like they're better compared to the ATK F1 Extreme, which has a lot of post-travel on the side buttons. This doesn't have that much post-travel, which is good. For the sound click test. So they feel crisp, easy to spam, no problems there. Scroll wheel also feels good. Good encoder, like it's not too loud as compared to something like the Zawi U2 or something like that. So scroll wheel is good. Like if you want tactile steps, you can feel it. If you want to go fast, you can. So yeah. compared to something like a mechanical switch like the KLGX though, the Omron opticals can't compete with it. Like I feel like this is the best mouse switch out there, and I can't wait to share my review on this when it comes out as the second episode of this new series of reviews. Okay, so next is the performance. Okay, so this uses a 3395 as compared to the 3950 on the ATK F1 Extreme. In my opinion, I really can't tell the difference between the two. Like they feel the same, like performance wise, like the sensors feel the same. I did buy the 8K dongle, as you can see. That's why I delayed this review. This review was supposed to come out like a week ago, but I delayed it because I wanted to test out the 8K performance on the dongle. So, admittedly, I never really played on 8K on 8000 hertz polling rate because my PC isn't high end enough, and I don't really see the point. So I ran the mouse at 2000 hertz polling, no problem there. Tracking feels great. There's no skipping or anything like that. There wasn't any bugs that I've noticed since the week I've been testing the dongle. Battery life also. Let's segue to that. It's also good. I'm getting like at least 8 to 9 days on 2000 hertz polling rate, as compared to like initially when I was using the 1000 hertz dongle, the blue one, with competitive mode on. Like I was getting like 7 days of 4 to 6 hours of use, and with the 2000 hertz polling with this dongle, I'm getting to 8 to 9 with the same amount of use, like 4 to 6 hours. So battery life is better on with the Sora V2 paired with the dongle. So they also claim on their website that it's better signaling and stuff like that. I can't really test, but I can only test battery life, and I can say that battery life feels better here with the 8K dongle that they use. But performance wise, I can't really tell the difference between this one and the ATK F1 Extreme and the Sora V2. Okay. So next, let's talk weight. So this comes in at 40 grams, at least on my scale, or 39.9 grams on my scale without PTFE skates. With four corner dot skates, it weighs in at around 40.3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then it weighs 41 grams with full PTFE skates, or closer to 42 grams with full PTFE skates. Weight-wise, I don't really feel much of a difference between the 35-gram weight of the ATK F1 Extreme and the 42 grams of the Ninjutso Sora, or sorry, 36 grams. I can feel the difference between 50 and 40. Like switching between the OP1 8K and the Sora V2, I can feel that when swiping. But switching between ATK F1 Extreme and the Sora V2, I can't really tell the difference. I think if you're choosing between the two, like just go with the shape, because I think that's the main differentiating factor. Okay. Next, let's talk the coating. So coating is very nice, rubberized dry matte coating, similar to the OP1 8K, and similar to the ATK F1 Extreme, but a bit grippier compared to the ATK F1 Extreme. A bit of a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. A lot of fingerprints here because of the black version. So if you're worried about that, just get the white version, I guess. Okay, so next is what you get inside the box. So for $99, you get the mouse, two sets of PTFE skates, one full, one four corner, the 1K receiver, and the USB C cable. For the dongle, you get the dongle and a new cable. Although you can opt to use it or not. I opted not to use it because it doesn't really fit the mouse port that well. So just decided to use the stock one with the dongle, and there's no problem. Sorry. This uses web-based software, and pairing the mouse was a bit hard. Like, well, not really super hard, but it was just confusing. Out of the box, there's no instructions on the dongle packaging, whatever. So you have to go to the website of Ninjutsu. On the product page, it says here that you have to download the updater for the dongle and the mouse. So I did that. I updated the dongle and the mouse. Went back to Ninja Force, which is their web-based software. What you basically have to do is make sure that the mouse is turned off. You plug it in. You have to plug it in, obviously, but when you're plugged in and you go to Ninja Force, you go to the pairing process there, and it'll tell you it has to be off. Then you have to switch it on while still connected to the cable. Then after that, you remove it, you unplug it. Make sure that the 8K dongle is still plugged in. You use the stock cable first when doing this. Then you'll see that the green light that light up. That means that it was successfully paired. And then after that, you're good to go. So you can just unplug the 8K dongle, put it with the stock cable if you want, and that's it. Okay. So would I still recommend the Ninjutsu Sora V2 like 9 months after its release? It's a tough sell right now because first of all, Ninjutsu did kind of ghost people for a while. Like, I remember a lot of people raved about it, and people who got the first batches raved about the build quality of the mouse. Like, they had good build quality, but for the succeeding batches, like I think batch 2 and 3, like they had a bit of a problem, and they were a bit silent on social media. A lot of people were speculating that maybe they've gone under or something like that, or they were bought by another Chinese company or something like that. But I'm happy to say that they did deny the claims of that. They're still active. And they announced that they were still making this dongle. This dongle came out in October and it's still sold out right now. Like, I don't know when you can buy it. Luckily, I had a local retailer selling this, and it's available on Shopee. So I'm assuming it's also going to be available on AliExpress. You just look for it, I guess, if you want to try the 8K dongle. Yeah. So yeah, and also aside from Ninjutsu being not the best brand out there when it comes to I guess build quality, I guess, because they're a small company. They're not big as like Razers or Logitech that can keep manufacturing mice left and right. That's why they partnered with Baxi for the Sora, I think. Aside from that, there's a lot of mice out there. Like ATK F1 Extreme is like $20 or $10 cheap. I think SRP $10 cheaper, but you can get this on sale on other websites. Like this can cost as low as like $50, and this weighs like 5 grams less compared to the Sora V2. So if you want that, if you want the Viper Mini shape, you can go with this. You can also go with the Skyrox V8. That mouse has been out of stock for so long. Like, and I know recently they just posted that it's back in stock. So can't wait to get my hands on it and test it out. But yeah, so the market is a bit saturated now with small lightweight mouse, and there's already a small lightweight mouse for claw grip, which is the Sora V8. Although I haven't tried it, so I can't really say if it fits my hands. But if you're looking for like a good quality sub 40 gram mouse, like this is still a good buy. It's just not the cheapest one out there, but it's also not the most expensive one out there. So if you're willing to take a chance with Ninjutsu, you wouldn't be disappointed if you got this. Okay. So that's it for this review for the first series of After the Hype. The next one will be about the OP18K, but also be reviewing the Saturn Pro, as you can see on my desk. This is really great pad, and I can't wait to share my thoughts on it. And I'll be doing a last video. It's probably gonna be a year-end review where I compare my gear when I first started the year and comparing it to now when the year is about to end. So yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like and comment down below if you have any questions or clarifications or anything like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.